Hey, what's going on, everybody? Blake here. Welcome back to the channel. If y'all are new, thanks for showing up. If you're old, thanks for coming back. Got some Monday Night Football player props for y'all here today on PrizePicks that we're going to take a look at. Got 4 picks, 2 from each team that we're going to look at. If y'all are new to PrizePicks, use the promo code right here down below. Get signed up. That'll get your first deposit instantly matched up to $100. So take advantage there. Free money. Yesterday on Sunday, really rough day. I thought we had some really solid looks, and it just turned out to be not so solid at all. But that's all good. We're looking for we got a nice bounce back coming tonight here with these picks. I feel like, crossing my fingers, at least hoping so. So again, got 4 really good looks that I think we can back up with some good stats. And we got New York and Seattle. So should be, I'm thinking, not a super high scoring game. I think the over under is only like 30 or 43 and a half. First pick is going to be Danny Dimes. Going to be looking at 20 and a half completions, and we're going to take the over here. Love the over on this one. Scroll down and check out his chart. All right, so stats on this. So DK actually ripped the whole game off of their website for like 20 or 30 minutes this morning, and then dumped everything back on literally like 5 minutes ago. And there's a ton of juice swinging our way right now for some of these picks, and I guarantee you these lines are going to bump. So right now, Danny Dimes over 20 and a half pass completions, clears this in weeks 2 and 3. Only time he did it was against Dallas. DK has minus 135 right now on the over. Barkley shouldn't play tonight. He's doubtful. So I think New York should come out pushing this thing through the air. Their backup running back, Matt Breida, was not impressive last week, so there's no reason for us to believe that he'll get volume. Like I said, Danny Dimes cleared this in 2 or 3 games this year. I think this should be a really good spot for him to clean up some of the things from last week against San Francisco, against this not quite as stout Seattle defense. Pass attempts are at like 32, somewhere around there. I'm not so sure about the pass attempts, but I do think he'll be able to get the completions, whether, maybe just some quick check downs or whatever it may be. And they should be playing from behind. They're picked to lose just barely by 2. So maybe they'll be playing from behind. Fourth quarter rolls around, we get those high volume passes and get these pass completions up. So that's going to be number 1. Number 2 for this same team, just to piggyback off of what we just said. So if it doesn't go the way we think it is, then probably looking at 2 losses here, but I don't see it going any other way. Matt Breida, you could look at rushing yards on the under, but if you're a books guy, there is a little bit of juice to go over that. I think 46 and a half is what they had us to go over, but there's juice to go under the rushing and receiving yards, and that's what I like. Under 66 and a half rush and receiving yards, as we can see here. You kind of got to take these with a grain of salt because he wasn't a starter, most of these weeks. But we're going to take the under 66 and a half rushing yards. I personally think that he might hit his rush prop and get 49 yards, or maybe he'll hit his receiving prop on a couple catches and get 15 yards. But I just don't see him clearing the 2 combined. I think this is just too high of a line with the Giants, with a healthy Darren Waller and the receiving core is all there. And plus, on top of that, like I said, a very underwhelming performance from Matt Breida last week against San Francisco. Again, there's no reason to believe that he's going to get volume here. There's just no reason, no stats to back that up. We got plenty of stats to say he shouldn't get the ball, not enough to convince me otherwise. And plus, like I said, I know Barkley is doubtful, so he shouldn't play. But if he does play, this would practically be a free square because he is definitely not going to. And plus, he split the snaps last week with their 3rd string running back. Breida did. So, but even if Barkley does play, this is a free square. So give me the under right here on the 66 and a half, Matt Breida. All right, we're going to jump to the other side of the ball now. And the first pick we're going to be taking a look at is going to be Kenny Walker. And I really like his rush attempts. So I think and I like the over on this one. The 2 overs I think are going to bump. So Danny Jones pass completions and this 14.5 rush attempts for Kenneth Walker. I think these 2 are going to bump because of the juice. Again, DK just dropped this back on the board with heavy juice, minus 135 to go over. Clears this his last 2 games with 17 and 18 rush attempts. The Seahawks should be able to control this game, whether that's through the air or on the ground. Either way, I think. So I see them heading into the third quarter with a slight lead, and then utilizing Walker, especially heavily in the second half. Chew some clock, get some tough short yardage situations. Jesus. Maybe probably won't bust off in 20, 30-yard runs, but I do think the volume of the runs will be there for Seattle. So I think they'll utilize him a lot, especially in the second half. Give me the over right there on him. And last but not least, this one's going to be in the punt category. So it's going to be Michael Dixon. That is Seattle's punter. You can't look at this graph right here because it's wrong. They're like missing. They really show a lot of hate to the punters on here. Is missing like 2 or 3 games this year. But it's going to be, I love the under here on 4 punts for Michael Dixon for Seattle. Under 4 punts. I honestly love the under more than I love the push potential. Usually if it's at a flat number, we really like that push potential, but I don't even think he's going to get there. Maybe 4 and push it, but I really think he'll stay under. If we want to look at a correct graph from this year, this is what we're looking at. 2, 3, and 4. He has yet to go over 4 punts this year. He has only punted 2, 3, and 4 times. I don't really see New York keeping them out of at least field goal range 5 times during this game, especially with New York's DB crew that they're starting, Trey Hawkins and Deonte Banks. Both of those are rookie cornerbacks. So I do think that Geno will be able to pass when he needs to. But for the most part, just to get these guys in field goal range. But for the most part, like I said, I think they're going to utilize Kenneth Walker, get him those rush attempts until they can't anymore. And if they are able to get this game under control through the air fairly quickly, that'll open up the run game even more. And on top of that, it should keep them within field goal range, if not in the end zone. So, like I said, all this kind of plays together in one script. All these picks do, but I really don't see the game going any other way unless it plays out like New York and Kansas City did last night. But I don't see that being the case. But I just don't see New York being able to keep Seattle out of at least field goal range. I don't see Michael Dixon getting 4 or 5 punts again this game. So it's going to be the 4 picks anyways right there. Let me know what y'all think. I'll let y'all get out of here, get this posted for any of these bump. Sub to the channel, like the vid, drop a comment, let me know what you think. And besides that, good luck to everyone tonight. Later.